Hola, buenos dias, good morning, continuous liners. Hello, hello. This is Meagan coming to you live from the streets of Guanajuato, Mexico. Just about an hour and a half away from San Miguel de Allende, which I've been out in San Miguel for the past few days, but I took a bus here to Guanajuato to create some workshop agendas with my buddy Hugo Anaya. So we're going to be doing some sketch printmaking workshops, and so I'm here for a few days to figure out some new ideas, right? You got to keep it fresh, right? So we got some fresh new ideas, and I thought, well, there is really something very magical. This is Hugo's roof, as many of you know, and this is the view of the roof, and I'm going to attempt to do my line warm-ups here with you on this beautiful, Wednesday morning. I've got my continuous line practice book with me. Wah, wah, wah. And I'm going to do this on my knee. I'm wondering if the sun is going to get me. The sun's coming to get us, right? So I may have to kind of move around. But anyways, thank you so much to everyone who's a part of the Continuous Line community. It's so cool how the group is growing. I know there's spam and there's like people who just want to sell stupid things. And I try to do my best to keep them away and not able to post. But I would love to see I'd love to see the continuous line drawings that many of you are doing. But if you're new, please feel free to jump in, join in. Let's see, am I going to be able to, this is going to be kind of interesting because I don't have a tabletop here. I'm doing it, I'm freestyling it, I'm riffing it, right? Riffing it here on the rooftop. Let's see, is this going to work? Yeah, this is going to work. It's just going to be a little funky. That's all right. A sip of my delicious coffee. Lost connection. There we go. Good morning, everyone. All right. So the thing I've been talking about in my continuous line fundamentals class is the importance of getting some fluidity in our drawing strokes, right? Continuous line is all about this, right? Move, move, move. Well, maybe not all about this, but at least the continue. I keep losing connection. I hope everyone can hear me. Let me make sure there's a volume thing here. Yeah, I don't know. It's always like a leap of faith, right? So anyways, continuous line is all about kind of pushing through your fears, right? Like it doesn't matter if you're drawing this building here, and you're drawing the windows. Oh my gosh, there's a steeple here. Well, I don't know how to draw these, but I don't care. I'm just going to do it anyways. And there's my dome, and there's some bell windows. And then we got some like whoop lines here, whoop. Oh, and look, here's a dome. I'm not very good at domes, but I don't care. I'm just going to keep doing it because it really doesn't matter. And then I'm going to come down over here and draw over here, put a few more loop-de-loops here. Oh, it looks like there's a circular window. Oh, and then look at that. It gets me to this building line here. Well, there's a few lines for this building line, and they kind of have that sense of perspective. Okay, I'm going to come out this way. But wait, I'm going to back it up and just get one larger window here, because that larger window shows me that this is closer to me than those windows, right? And then I come down around here. Oh, I can just kind of zigzag back and forth. Oh, look, I go right into somebody's shoulder. So shoulder, oh my God, look at this big mop of a head that just kind of takes over everything. Well, I don't need to be precise about that, because who cares if her mop of hair is correct or not? And it comes all the way down here. Oh, and then she's got this like phone bag thingy, whatever that is. Oh, look, she's wearing a cute ajolote on her t-shirt. I understand she's a little crazy for these ajolotes. She wears them everywhere and drops them into things. Okay, so now we can go back up the phone bag. Okay, let's just do a little sense of a chin line here. Oh, thank God she's wearing these big goofy sunglasses, because then I don't have to really worry too much about her face. She's got this little pug of a nose. And then here we got, another sunglasses, some wrinkly eyebrows. She's got a few age lines in her forehead. Okay, so now we can actually put another line in there. Oh my God, we just did the whole continuous line drawing of Meagan Burns in Guanajuato. So what was my point in that? My point in that was like, first of all, pushing through fears, right? Push through your drawing. Don't worry if you don't know how to draw a dome or a big noggin or whatever, right? You just do it because it doesn't, nobody cares. Nobody cares if you know how to draw. Nobody cares if you can draw this well. Nobody cares if you can draw it like a kindergartner, because really it doesn't matter and it's all good, right? So by pushing through your fears, you're just pushing through, right? Now, what the kind of the next level to that? I don't know if it's next level. I'm making this up as I go along, as most of you know. But I'm trying to increase the fluidity in the radius of our wrist, right? Because honestly, drawing is it a whole body exercise? I like to think it is. Most people would probably be like, oh, it's child's play, this whole drawing thing. Like, who do you think you are drawing, right? Oh, how sweet you make time for drawing. Oh, must be nice that you have time to draw. These are the voices of my mother, right? And my mother was an artist, but she had those messages herself, right? So it was kind of like, you do all the chores, you do everything for everyone else. If there's any time left at the end of the day, then you can draw your pretty pictures. Or in my mother's case, then you can do your quilting. There's some crazy bells, and this is a good pause for a good cup of joe. Right across the street, Cafe Tal. It's just a doorway across from the church. That's right. So, how sweet that you have time for drawing. But you know what? Honestly, drawing is the thing that's helping me get through these crazy... We may not be in COVID, although I think we are. I think we all know there's people who have it right now, and there's, some people are employing masks, things, right? I'm not even getting into that, but it's safe to say that we're not out of the soup, right? And so it's a little stressful, right? So what do you do when you're stressed? What do you do? Do you take care of yourself, or do you blow it up, right? I try. My goal is to take care of myself through a drawing practice, right? So here we go. I'm going to start doing my diagonals, right? My diagonals. But what I'm now doing a little bit different is I am getting my wrist involved like never before. Right now I'm freestyling it. I don't have my hand. I don't even have a tabletop, right? Because I wanted you to see this beautiful view. So I don't have a tabletop. I'm holding this plexiglass thing with my notebook thingy. I'm freestyling it. Well, freestyling means I don't have a kickstand. This is a kickstand, or this is a kickstand. Sometimes in this sense, I'm using a kickstand like this, right? But what I am doing here is I'm getting my wrist more involved, right? At least with this angle, you get a good shot of my wrist, right? I'm spinning it. I'm getting it involved in the diagonal. So what this also means is that my lines are, I kind of have a thing for my tidy lines. Nice, straight, barely a collision, right? In this case, where I'm working on my wrist fluidity, there is many collisions. The lines are wobbly. And that's how I want it to be. I want my wobbly line to be stronger, right? I want to have more expressiveness in my wobbly line. I want to have more command of my drawing hand, right? And how do you have a more command of your drawing hand? You practice, right? We all have heard the people, I can't draw a straight line to save my life. I can't do this. I can't do that. I can't do this. I can't do that. These are stories people love to tell, right? Oftentimes people get a story in their head. They just like to tell it. I think we all know people like that, and I'm not saying I'm not free of it, right? I think, knowing that I always had drawing in me, knowing that it was always something I liked, and then not doing it for decades, I had a whole story of why I didn't do it, right? I didn't do it because my brother was the artist and my mom gave all her attention to the boys, right? And I'm like, well, what does it matter? Nobody cares if I draw. Well, still, it's true. Nobody cares if I draw. But the difference is today I care if I draw. I like to draw. I like to spend my time drawing, right? I said to somebody yesterday, this is a marvelous way to grow old, isn't it? And I'm not saying that it's making me old, but we're all growing old, right? You can't stop the hands of time, right? And having a drawing practice is a great way, because, you can always reinvent yourself through drawing, and meaning that you can always, what's the word I'm looking for? You can always introduce or try new styles, right? You can always try new things. For the longest time, I've been doing urban sketching, which is very cool, but and I love urban sketching, but I'm at a place in my life where I want more than just that, right? I want to try new things. I'm here with Ugo, and we're doing printmaking, right? We're combining some techniques of printmaking and not even urban sketching, just sketching, right? Drawing and printmaking. We were out here on the roof last night practicing some techniques, drawing with some inks and stuff in the full moon with the Serpentino singing. It was beautiful, right? And so I'm not just going to limit myself to one style of drawing. I've been practicing. I practice a lot. I try to do it every day. Sometimes with travel days it doesn't always work out. But I pretty much travel every day. Practice is drawing every day, right? So I'm getting a little tangled up here and my hand's falling asleep. Let me see if I can adjust this just a little, because it's awkward. It's like I'm playing violin with an acrylic plexiglass thing. So you can see me drawing. Here, wait, let me adjust this. If I turn this a little bit more, maybe I don't have to be in such pain. Well, that's going to solve all the problems in the world, isn't it? Okay, so you get the gist of it, right? Because I really just want you to see, those of you who have been doing line warm-ups with me over the years, it has been years now, right? There's been kind of a format, right? And the lines have been my lines. I'll speak for my own lines. My lines have been kind of straight. Straight is not the accurate word. They've been tidy, right? That was the word I always used to describe. I'm at a place where I'm spinning my wrist now. I'm getting my wrist more involved. And believe me, it kind of hurts because, not hurts, but it's like a stressor, right? I'd rather not do this with my wrist right now. Especially in this awkward position I'm holding things, right? But I'm strengthening the command over my wrist with more of a fluid stroke, right? And I think that is muy important. It's importante for the next level of my learning, the next level of my drawing journey, right? I like having expressive command of my drawings, right? I started implementing this sort of fluid wrist movements just a week ago, and I posted one of my drawings without comment, and somebody outside of the group, not a continuous liner, I don't even think he's an artist, said, wow, you have such fluidity in your drawing strokes, something to that degree. And I was like, hey, look at that. That was quick because I just started implementing these more expressive strokes, and someone commented right away. I was like, see, proof's in the pudding, proof's in the pudding. Walk the walk, talk the talk, draw the draw. So, and because I like the way it looks, my drawings have always sort of had a nervousness to it, and maybe that's not the right word, because nervousness implies sort of negative. And I don't think, there have been times when I can feel the negative energy in my drawings if I'm not feeling well or not feeling positive, right? I'm always aware of the energy I'm transferring. It's like water for chocolate, right? You transfer the energy of who you are and what you are into what you're doing. So if you're cooking, if you're drawing, if you're gardening, if you're massaging people, right? That's a big transference of energy. You're putting you into whatever you're doing, right? And there are some people's art I can't even look at because I can feel such sadness, right? I don't know if anyone else has that sort of a connection, but there's definitely some art. Ugo's cooking peppers. Oh my God. Over the fire. It's choking me. Ugo's right over there in the kitchen I love being here because he has a great kitchen. He's always cooking really good food when he's not making art, right? Now he's choking me with he's firing the peppers. And I want him to continue because it's delicious. There's always delicious results with that. What was I saying? Oh yeah, transference of energy into your art, right? Like, I think that's pretty common, right? Like, if you're drawing a happy garden that you grew up in with your mother and your grandmother, there's a sense of like calm, there's a sense of love, there's a sense of loveliness, right? Loveliness. And but not all art is lovely, right? Not all art is lovely at all. And that's the beauty of it. The art is an extension of who we are. And if you've been doing continuous line and you're loving it, really any medium, it's not even just like continuous line, but whatever your medium is, the peppers, the chiles, I mean, I would imagine there comes a point where you're like ready to go take it next level, right? Ready to, not even next level, right? Just ready to expand your horizons, right? And for me, I love the continuous line. Continuous line is a part of my practice. It's not what I do all the time. In fact, Ugo asked me to do a drawing last night so we could test out some printmaking things. And he said, please don't do a continuous line. Let's try it without. And I was like, how do I draw without continuous line? I was a little stumped. I really had to think about it. I had to go lift your pen, lift your pen, lift your pen. It's all good, but it was kind of funny because I'm just, my hand just slides into continuous line, right? But, so I'm saying about, oh yeah, ready to go next level to try new things, right? So I feel like with my continuous line, I love it. I love the expression, the energetic expression of it all. And now I'm finding that with more wrist movement, it's even cooler, right? Can you see my wrist jig-jagging around there like this? And so my lines are super wonk, and that's totally okay. You know, honestly, having that assignment, having that weekend of doing portraits when I was in Wisconsin really helped push me to the next place, because I was nervous about doing portraits. My God, drawing somebody who's in front of you or someone that they know, their dog, their child, their mother, it's stressful in the sense of like one little slip of the line and you've created someone different, right? That person is not that person. I think, I'm going to say 25, maybe 30 portraits. I can't even remember. I could be exaggerating. You know, I'm just making things up as I go along here. I think about 25, right? I got them all the first time, right? I got them all the first time. And that my concern was I was going to be doing redos all week long, right? Like, oh, I made her mother look like the Hunchback of Notre Dame or whatever. I turned her dog into Cujo. And I didn't. I kind of nailed it. I totally freaking nailed it, right? So with that, it part of what the continuous line does is it builds confidence, right? It builds confidence. So having a weekend of doing portraits in front of people, it build my confidence. My confidence is growing, right? So now I'm like, well, hell, why do I have to draw a straight line with a straight wrist, right? So I started like it's a guitar. Can you see me sort of like strumming my guitar here? Strumming my guitar. That's a song, isn't it? Just trying to get, more command of my wrist. I'm kind of holding my pen funny. Sometimes I can find that I choke it, and I know other people have said that too, like, oh, I'm choking my pen, right? So then then I say, oh, let's all go to the top of the pen, right? Okay, so here we go. I'm like playing the harpsichord now. Or what? What am I playing? Yeah, so there we go. Strumming my with his music. What's that song? Lauryn Hill, strumming my face with his music. No, I don't think that's right, but you get the gist of it, right? So here, I'm kind of glad I have to hold this thing because it's really kind of showing you what I'm doing with my very crazy wonkable lines, right? I'm really trying to get my wrist into this one. Why the heck not, right? Woo, and it hurts. I don't want to be holding this like this. I want to be sitting here drinking my coffee, looking at this beautiful view in Guanajuato. And Hugo's cooking breakfast, and it smells like coffee and tortillas and chiles and the beautiful sights and sounds and smells of Mexico. I mean, honestly, this place gets such a bad rap. Being from Chicago, Chicago gets a bad rap too, right? Not as bad as Mexico, but it's really such a wonderful place to. I love living and working here, especially as an artist, right? It's like, I mean, Guanajuato is completely next level. It's off the charts. I prefer it to San Miguel, only because I lived in San Miguel for 10, 15, 20 years, and I kind of know, I look behind the curtain, you know what I mean? And so then you see the real Oz. Here, I still feel like there's so much magic that I don't even know yet. I guess that's my own deal, right? Because I see whatever. I like to keep it fresh, right? Okay, so let's see. I'm going to finish this page here with my fluid wrist strokes, right? It's like playing the guitar while my guitar gently sweeps the page, right? Now, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to finish big with a heart, right? That is also part of my practice. Go easy on myself, go easy on others, right? Being back in San Miguel, I lived in San Miguel for a long time. There's a lot of women in San Miguel, right? It's a great place for single women to go to reinvent themselves. That's oftentimes what happens, right? The career ends or transitions, the husband leaves, the children go off to school, and a woman is ready to reinvent herself, and San Miguel is a great place for that, right? Really tremendous. It helped me. I cut my teeth there in so many ways, right? And so, but here it is, 2023, and it's an interesting time. I think I've heard most people can relate to the fact that there's a lot of fractured relationships, just to the whole consequence of the pandemic days and just all that. There's a lot to unpack there, right? And there's a lot of really hurt feelings, angry feelings, sadness, right? Loneliness, my God, the loneliness, not just San Miguel, worldwide, right? So there's a lot of fractured, fragile feelings. And kind of being back in San Miguel, I was very aware of it's a different time, right? Friendships are fractured, right? So without even going any further into that, I'm just going to go easy on myself, because I had to do what I had to do during the pandemic days, as most people did, right? You either found a way through the pandemic days or you just shut down, right? It seems like there's two camps, right? So go easy on myself, go easy on others. We all have a struggle. We're all struggling with something right now. Go easy on myself, go easy on others. Go easy on myself, go easy on others, through the continuous line. So there we go, everybody. Oh my God, my arm is numb from holding it up like that. Oh, look, here comes the sun. Oh! The beautiful, beautiful no, I'm not in San Miguel. I'm in Guanajuato with Hugo Anaya, my printmaking buddy. He has beautiful Alma del Sol right here in the heart of Guanajuato. This is if you don't have plans, if you don't have a reservation to come here for Cervantino's, which is happening in a few months, I wouldn't even come, right? Because he's fully booked. And he has a beautiful view of it all. The Cervantino's came back last night, as they do every night, to sing. So, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful Guanajuato. I'm going to be rolling out some sketch workshops here in the coming weeks. I mean, probably soon, for 2024. My Oaxaca workshop is sold out, so that's exciting. And I'll still be doing the daily continuous line. I'm going to Ireland this month, so that's why the continuous line is taking a break for a little bit. So there we go. Finish big with a heart. I'm going to see most of you, some of you. Hi, Cheryl. Hi, Bobby. Hi, Catherine. There's a few others I can't see. Hello, good morning. I know I'm going to see some of you in the fundamentals, and if I don't see you in fundamentals today, I hope to see you in the fundamentals in the future, or just here in the continuous line storytelling or on Instagram. Okay, everyone, I almost said Monday. Have a great Wednesday. Show me your continuous lines, and I'll see you all later. Bye, 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 bye.